Someone asks if you can help them this weekend, and before your brain even finishes processing the question, your mouth has already said yes. You didn't want to. You were exhausted. You had your own plans, your own quiet afternoon waiting, but the word came out anyway, fast and automatic, like a reflex you never chose, and now you're sitting with that familiar weight, not just tiredness, but something heavier, a quiet resentment mixed with guilt for feeling it at all. This happens constantly, at work, in friendships, in family dinners where you agree to things you've already decided against. Everyone around you seems to say no without flinching. You watch them do it easily, cleanly. You wonder what's actually wrong with you. But here's what almost nobody tells you. The inability to say no is rarely about weakness. It's a protective pattern your brain built, probably long before you had any real say in the matter. Psychologists call this a fawn response, a learned behavior where avoiding conflict feels safer than expressing your real needs. It often develops in environments where keeping others comfortable was essential to your own sense of security. You learned early on that harmony was safer than honesty, that keeping the peace was worth the cost of keeping quiet about what you actually needed. And here's where it gets interesting. Your brain doesn't experience saying no as a simple social decision. It experiences it as a potential threat to connection itself. The fear isn't just about losing someone's approval. It's older than that. Somewhere in your nervous system, disagreement got tangled up with abandonment. That's why the guilt arrives the moment you even consider saying no. Not because you did something wrong, but because your brain is running an old script that says, if you disappoint people, they leave. Research on attachment shows that people who struggle with boundaries often carry an internalized belief that their value depends on their usefulness to others. Their yes isn't really a yes. It's a plea dressed up as generosity. Stop. Read that again. Your yes might not be a free choice at all. It might be a coping strategy that learned to disguise itself as kindness. The hardest part isn't learning to say no. It's believing that you're actually allowed to. It's understanding that people who genuinely care about you won't vanish because you have limits. And the ones who do disappear when you finally set a boundary, maybe they were never staying for you in the first place. Setting a boundary isn't rejection. It's information. It tells you exactly who's really there. You don't have to earn your place in every room. You were always allowed to take up space, long before you ever learned to make yourself small.